So the first session you're going to see today is how to get to know yourself. Why is that important? Because if you don't know who you are, you will never be able to communicate that to an employer. They're going to be wanting to know all about you. So you better get to know yourself before you get on that interview trail. We're going to start in an informal way by Vida and Rob, Mimi and I are going to introduce the other person and why they're here today. And I particularly want to know, just needs to be a couple of minutes, about where you've come from, what you've graduated in, and so on and so forth. So you two pair up and I'll pair up with Mimi, okay?
This is Vida. She's graduated with a Master's in HR from King's College in winter. In winter 2010. She's been job hunting since then. She's aware that the job market's competitive in her sector, so she's here to get the essential skills she needs to be a more employable candidate.
Rob is already applying for jobs, and he would like to become really good at his CV writing skills and interview skills, and to be one of those competitive candidates to get into a nice company where he could do event management or also work in arts or media administration.
Okay everybody, this is Mimi. Mimi is 22. She came from the Democratic Republic of the Congo when she was 15, where French was her first language, English was her second. Nevertheless, she got her O-levels, A-levels and graduated yesterday from London Metropolitan University with a degree in tourism management. She is here today to discover what her strengths and weaknesses really are, because she feels that she is not precise enough in her CV and cover letters, because she does on where she is and where her strengths and weaknesses fit in with what employers want. And staggeringly enough, her favourite type of music is soul music, and her favourite singer of all time is Percy Sledge, When a Man Loves a Woman. So there you go. Right, okay, what I'm here to do today, over the next couple of days, is to teach you all the things that you never thought you knew, and some of the things that you couldn't possibly know. Because what I'm going to get you into is the head of the average interviewer. I think many people who have just graduated, of course, have never had an opportunity to interview people. So you don't often realise what the difference is between interviewer and interviewee, because naturally enough, when you're an interviewee, you're all dead nervous. Get that interview, but then when they get that interview, they can't convert that interview into success. And I think that's a particular issue that you've had, Vida, isn't it? You can get those interviews, but nailing the job is something else, okay? This is what we're going to do. Where are you now in your life, okay? In your business life, where could you be? And importantly, this is what I'm going to teach you. What is your route map to success? I'm going to show you how you do that. Now, the very first thing we're going to do is, where are you? Now, you have been given, I think apart from Rob, you've been given some pre-work to do. You've been given some emotional intelligence tests. You've been given a number of literacy and numeracy tests, right? Can you describe for me what your emotional intelligence scores were?
She scored 180.
180?
Intelligence test.
Very good.
Yeah.
And Rob did as good as well, almost the same results.
Right, very good, very good. Any particular weaknesses that any of you two had interpreted from your test results.
Sometimes, you know what I would say, because I'm quite expressive person, so I really have to learn how to manage my emotions, to be very straightforward and very simple, because it's partly the culture maybe, because in England you're more reserved and more stable, and we aren't. So I have to work on that a lot.
Right, okay. You, Rob, what do you reckon?
I think I need to learn to be able to communicate more in a sort of formal setting.
Right.
Really like it as an interview, for example.
Right, okay. Mimi did her test, and I've seen her test results, and actually we'd been through it together. Mimi got a very, very high score as well, which is excellent. Because I will tell you now, you will never... Sometimes people think that interviewers ask a lot of seemingly dumb questions. They're always amazed that you might get asked no more than 1 or 2 questions on what degree you did. That what they are trying to find out at any interview is, who is this person and what can they add to my organisation? And actually, what can they add pretty quickly, more or less from day one.
I think I will definitely be able to put myself in the shoes of the interviewer a lot more easily now. Certainly easier than I would have done before I came here.
I think that I have much clearer picture of myself, that I roughly knew what should be in place when I go for interview and what I should know about myself. But at the end of the day, I wasn't focused. And in here, I just been given the criteria, the things that I have to look at, and probably be more successful when doing so. And obviously, it's really good to know the benchmark, what you have to look at, and then possibly be more likely to succeed.
I did emotional intelligence test, and I always consider myself that I'm good with people. I do deal with them really good, but doing this test, it just shows me that I have a problem with communicating my feelings to people. So working on that weaknesses, I think it will get me anywhere now, and I'm more confident now.